Hello and welcome to another episode of Frack The Canon. Today we have two new guests. I don't know why I did this, but we have Renee coming back from Los Baños again, and we have Sara Bennett. Hi.
Hey.
How are you? So you want to tell us a little about yourself before we get going?
Sure. I'm a comic fan and superhero fan, and I go to Comic-Con all the time. And
what was the last one you went to? You told me you went to WonderCon.
I went to WonderCon.
And how was that?
Oh, it was amazing.
So you told me there was, sorry, go ahead.
We saw the Wonder Woman panel actually at WonderCon.
So the footage you saw at WonderCon, was it in the movie?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah, exclusive footage. Yeah.
Well, can you explain what that was before we go?
It's just scenes from the movie that at that time had not come out.
Oh, okay.
So but now everyone's seen it. So.
Okay. So let me just, So we're gonna start with go to CJ all the way from LA. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm pretty blue. Wow. What's up, CJ? Yo, it's been a while. So, Wonder Woman, how many times did you see it?
Once.
Am I the one that saw it twice?
I didn't hear. What'd you say?
Am I the one that saw it twice?
You're the only one that saw it twice?
I guess, from the looks of it.
Yeah, bro.
All right, well, whatever.
Once was enough. I got all the enjoyment I needed.
All righty, so let's enjoy that first clip of Wonder Woman so that people have a reference of what we're talking about, because why not? Public access and fair use.
When war ravaged the earth, the gods created us. I will fight for those who cannot fight for themselves.
Wonder Woman.
You will soon find out.
Rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX 3D.
So, what did you guys think? Sarah, let's start with you, as being the newest panelist.
It's so good. Like, I love seeing Wonder Woman finally realize like what she should be instead of like just being in a comic or like a sidekick.
Yeah.
So overall, any downsides to the movie?
No.
All right, just perfection for you.
Yeah, perfection.
Renee, what did you think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot, especially for it being the first Wonder Woman movie. I thought it was awesome.
You didn't include the TV movies from the 70s, like Denise Crosby and all those?
I know my mom grew up watching the Linda Carter Wonder Woman TV series, but I never really saw them. I only saw clips here and there, but she loved it. She loved it. She thought it was a good homage to the superhero, you know? It was nice.
All right, CJ, your thoughts?
I really liked Wonder Woman. I mean, you and I talked a lot. Make my Marvel every day.
Yep. Marvel guys, Marvel men. Alliteration for you guys.
Right. I went into Wonder Woman not knowing what to expect, but fully expecting to like hate it, kind of. You know what I mean? Or dislike it.
Yes.
But I was really surprised. I thought it was really nice. It wasn't. I love a good action movie, but it wasn't really action-packed. It was actually kind of slow, but it put the action and adventure in all the right places. You know what I mean? Like, one thing I was saying earlier this week was that it was reminiscent of Lord of the Rings to me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it had this aspect of it that it kind of like transported you to like this unknown world, you know what I mean? Like the first 20 minutes they're in Themyscira and you're kind of like, you're really like, your suspension of disbelief is at an all-time high, you know what I mean? You're really in this other world experiencing this fantasy-like place. And then all of a sudden, she's introduced to man's world through Chris Pine, who did a great job. And then they go on this journey to like the center of the war, kind of like Lord of the Rings. It's on this journey to the center of the war to stop, you know what I mean? Like all bad things from happening, you know what I mean? But it was kind of similar in that respect.
Right. I feel you on that. But my issue with I had some like all of us. I love that movie. I was happy to see a good DC movie finally.
Right.
But I wanted more of them on Themyscira, more of what it was like to be in Amazon, in that world, more time in that world, like you said.
Yeah.
And there's this one clip that I really enjoyed that I wish we would have seen more of, but we didn't get enough of. If you could roll that clip, please. It's kind of the status quo, inciting incident of the movie. You can roll that clip. I wanted more of that, more of them fighting, more of the Amazon, just so badass, and then it ends and we have to move, we have to go forward.
Because we spent such a short time on Themyscira.
Like you said, like they have to go. It kind of felt like they were pushing it. I'm like,
and then I wish they had more footage. You know how they did like a storybook telling of how Themyscira came to be.
Right,
I wish they actually did live action footage of that.
Yes.
Rather than that storybook deal they put up.
Like animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the classical Hellenistic paintings. All right, so TJ and I talked about, I have some issues with the movie overall. I liked it, I enjoyed it, but one of my biggest issues with it is that to me, it seems like Wonder Woman's journey was a little bit too easy.
Yeah.
You know, like when she finally finds out that she's being trained, she's being trained in secret, that her mom says, all right, make her train her harder. Like, I kind of wish like she gave in too easily. Like, you know what I mean? Like, does that
there
make
wasn't
sense?
much of a struggle.
Yeah, like she okay, fine. But so in the comic books, she always she had to hide and go through trials to be the one to escort Steve Trevor out of the island. Not here. She goes, okay, I'm just gonna, fine, you can go. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I mean, she's just so cool. Like.
Right, but my thing is that like it was such, because it's based on such, the comic book is based in Greek lore and Greek strategy, and kind of the hero's journey. I think it was too easy for me a little bit. And even when she's going to, when it finally end to World War, No Man's Land, I feel like she didn't have much of a resistance behind her.
Yeah.
Like, or in front of her. Like, it was just, but I don't know. I don't know if that was part of her being a Wonder Woman or if her just of the screenwriters, or I don't know. But I felt like they were kind of pushing to get to the third act.
Yeah. Like it felt rushed. Yeah.
To me, I wanted to learn more about. Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah. If I could interject, like what I think what made that so odd is that it was hard but easy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they spent a lot of time setting up how hard something would be. Like, you know what I mean? Like about in the beginning, right? She has to do all this stuff to hide behind her mother's back to train, right? Like, and she's doing that, and then like, and her mom, you know, she spends so much time talking about how you'll never be this warrior, you're never gonna be trained, you're never gonna be a soldier,
right?
And as soon as she finds out, then she's like you said, then she's like, all right, okay, we'll just train her harder than everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she spends the time trying to escape the island, right? She's trying to get Steve Trevor off the island.
Right.
She has to go into the tower, and she's like jumps across the thing, and she's sneaking into the tower to steal the sword of whatever it was, and the shield and all that. And she's doing all that, and she does all this, and then all of a sudden her mom finds her, and she's like, all right, have a great journey.
But yeah, dude, and it was even that though. Kind of what bugged me too was when she says you may never come back. When I saw the second time, I can see what she's saying, like you can't come back, period, and also you might not want to come back because of what Man World has to offer.
Her.
Exactly. But even that again to me was like, as someone who was so opposed to not having her child leave, she goes, fine, go. Like there was not much of a struggle from my part.
But she's grieving. I mean, she just lost her sister and like all this other stuff. I think she's maybe like, this is what has to happen. She's been dreading this moment for so long that then she kind of has to accept that her daughter is basically who she is, and she has to make that change, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think, Renee?
I don't have much opinion on that, to be honest.
No, okay.
But
yeah, it's kind of what bugged me, going back to what you said, how when they showed the introduction of how Themyscira came to be. I kind of wish in the comic books, rather than Grant Morrison's run, they show the horrors that man did, like what Heracles did, and how wanting to be sex slaves and using them to like objects, and her rebelling. I kind of wish they would have shown that.
It kind of bummed me out how it almost seemed how naive Diana was about the whole Ares thing. Like, you know how she's like, oh, Ares is behind this, Ares is behind this. And Chris Pine's character, Steve?
Yeah, Steve Trevor.
Was like, no, Diana, no, honey, no.
No, honey, no, okay.
There's no Ares, honey, no. And I don't know, it kind of bugged me how naive she seemed. But because in her world, that's what it was all about. But then she enters Man's world, and they don't believe in Greek mythology.
Right.
It's all fiction
It's just
to
stories,
them.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So.
Something on this podcast, and they were saying, what if in the movie it hadn't been Ares and it was just man? Like, did we need that reveal of the bad guy to be Ares? What if it's always been in man's heart that they are made to destroy each other, and Ares was just and Ares didn't exist. It was just made up. Go ahead.
I think that makes it too dark. I think the message of this movie is hope and that people can be good,
Right.
and I think that was really in her character too. She was like, even when she's fighting all these horrible people, she's like, I just want everyone to be peaceful and happy. And I think if
she's pure.
Yeah, I think if there wasn't something evil making people do evil things,
Right.
it would have been like a very dark movie, darker than I think her character is.
Yeah, it would have been.
But it's funny too because in Batman vs Superman, when she shows up, she's like, I've given up on man, whatever. But so something that's in the podcast too is like, what happens in between this movie and Batman vs Superman that made her become so
much time she spent
with like what made her become so jaded, right? Like,
Yeah.
but in this movie it ends. I'm assuming after Batman vs Superman,
Oh,
she was all right. I'm gonna fight back for man. So, what happened in between the first movie and Batman vs Superman, and what happened after Batman for her to return back to stand for, because she's gonna be in Justice League. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah.
Well, there's another war coming, right? Or no, this is World War II.
this is World War One.
So there's several more wars coming between then and the Justice League.
Yeah, so there's World War II, Vietnam War,
Yeah.
Korean War, but there's also did she only? My question is too: is she involved only in American conflicts, or
Well, she got involved in Germany,
but because there's an American guy, Steve Trevor,
but he was fighting for the British.
because again the American got involved.
But
But I'm a big history nerd. Like I watch a lot, and so it
Okay.
was. Don't fight me with this one.
I'm not gonna fight you. I didn't do well in history. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I don't think Ares is just gonna fight Americans.
Right, yeah.
I
So,
think
okay,
it's
do you
a
think-
worldwide?
He's not
thing.
prejudiced.
You
No.
know?
Okay, fair enough. But do you think he's gonna come back again? So that's one thing that confused me too. And TJ, this is for you too.
Because he's a god.
But
Can't
here's the
really
thing.
be killed.
Yeah, like is he still? Is he still alive? And are the other gods still alive? Or
Like
is it kind of
Hades.
like was
That would be
supposed
an
to?
interesting one.
Because I thought said like the gods, but is it just mythology, bedtime story? Because the gods are real for them, for the Amazonians. But are the other gods still dead, or is it just a story? And is Ares gonna come back? You think he's gonna?
I don't know if he's gonna come back.
What do you
but
think?
maybe, like you said, maybe there's other gods out there.
Because in the comic books, it's always been like it's very much her villains are very based in Greek mythology.
Yeah,
And,
very mythical.
and so that's one thing that bugs me about Wonder. I'm not a big Wonder Woman fan in the comics, is because she has very few villains that can stand up to her. Like she's almost like I was talking to TJ about this. She's almost a messianic figure. Like she's almost too
Yeah.
perfect. And even at the end in the third act when she's going crazy and destroying, and then she reminded me of, again, I was raised Catholic, so it reminded me of Jesus in the temple destroying things and then calming down. Thoughts? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think though overall of I hear you, Sue. You lost my train of thought, Sue, with this. Okay, that's a director there. What do you guys think?
That she's like too powerful?
Yeah,
or-
kind of like Superman.
Overpowered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Superman. I mean, like, what takes him down? Like one little rock?
Yeah,
Like,
kryptonite. That's it.
And his main villain antagonist is a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that's one issue with DC comic characters is that they're always too perfect.
Yeah.
They're
not
just
enough
it's
flaws.
very hard. Like I prefer Storm. Like Storm is not as powerful as Wonder Woman, but she has human flaws.
Batman's
She has-
not perfect either, but he's
Who?
got a Batman. He's not
but
perfect.
Batman is
either.
the most human out of all the DC villains.
Yeah.
So.
So you're talking about everybody that was just made up with all these superpowers.
Yeah, like even Cyborg and the Flash, they're just their powers are so godlike. Like
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like to me, I don't know. CJ, what do you think, lady? And then
First of all, I think Batman is perfect because he can never lose.
all right.
okay.
I mean, no, I always make that joke. Like, Batman does have a superpower. It's that he can't lose. It doesn't matter what comes up. He always comes up something in his utility belt that he can just save the day. Anyways, all
Except
right,
he
I'm on
lost his
tangent.
parents.
But, no, the whole, the whole "Are the Gods Dead?" I think they said that as part of the, in the movie. I think they said that. You know what I mean? Like that, all the rest of the gods were dead. And then it was just Ares and maybe Zeus is still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and then Diana, I guess she's a god or she's a demigod. See, now that's something I'm worried about.
I think she's a
That's something I
demigod.
wanted to know.
Definitely
Like,
a demigod.
Demigod.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
She's just half human.
Yeah, because she said it. She said in the second viewing, Ares said, "Oh yeah, you are the child that Zeus and Hippolyta had together." So she is a demigod.
If you know anything about Greek mythology, is demigods are always children that are half god and half human. So,
but demigods are not as powerful as a god, though.
Yeah.
So Heracles can't go up against it.
That's what intrigues me is how does a demigod take down a god?
Because they're still. This is where I get really confused. This is where my faith kicks in, and I'm like, wait, what? But they're half all powerful. So how does that work, right?
Yeah.
But I guess they just have that mythic.
Yeah,
blood.
they're still flawed. I mean,
Right.
even if they're all powerful, it's like the one weakness that you can find.
So
Yeah.
perfect, like Achilles
Yeah,
heel.
exactly.
But again, Wonder Woman. What is Wonder Woman's Achilles heel then?
Her faith in humanity, I guess.
Well, in
Her
the
faith.
comics, a lot of times it's herself. Like at one point, I think she was like too powerful that she was at the risk of hurting herself. And
Really?
yeah, that's from the comics though. That wasn't really in the movie.
Right.
But a lot of her struggle was controlling her massive amounts of power. But I don't know if that's that might be her weakness.
I guess we'll find out in the movie.
In the movie.
If it ever progresses.
Yeah.
If we get a Wonder Woman 2, hopefully.
So what are we talking the villains now and her weakness? What do you guys think about the villains overall? Like, it was the German guy, General Ludendorff, who was played by Danny Houston, who always plays bad guys, even in X-Men Origins. He was a bad guy. Dr. Poison.
Yeah, Dr. Poison.
And then Ares.
Ares, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did you guys think?
I think they were all right. I don't know. I felt like Dr. Poison and who was
Ludendorff?
Ludendorff. I never took time to recognize his name.
I just looked it up right now.
I thought they were okay.
Uh-huh.
They were mediocre villains.
I agree.
And then Ares shows up, and then it was like, boom, the whole the twist. You know, he was an ally in the beginning, but then you find out he's a villain. It was kind of cliche, but I don't know.
I saw that coming. When I
You saw it
oh my
coming?
God, that's the bad guy. Did you see that?
No, I
was
didn't see
like-
it coming. Yeah.
What did you think of the villains?
I wish there had been more Dr. Poison. Like
I wanted.
She was delightfully evil, and
She was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I wanted her to be like torturing more people and being more evil.
That's dark.
I like my villains, like I must admit. But yeah.
No, I agree. I wanted more. I was talking to CJ about this too. Like, I wanted more of the atrocities that the villains were doing, because again, they were just all hearsay. They were telling us, but they weren't showing us.
But I wonder if that would have made it a higher rated movie.
Well, it was PG-13, right?
Yeah.
This movie? Yeah. Because they were getting a lot of inferences to human trafficking, human sex slave again, and I didn't want to maybe see it, but just heavily implied, I guess. But
yeah.
I wanted more Dr. Poison. Again, it goes back to, like, I didn't feel the villains for this movie were that good. It kind of was, like, it felt like it was a strong character piece, and they're like told, like, we need villains, we need someone hurt to fight at the third act.
Yeah,
And
it
then
felt like they kind of were through in there, just for the sake of having a villain.
Yeah,
for Wonder Woman to fight in this movie.
Do we?
Yeah, I would.
Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, sorry. I would agree. Like, it feels like they just needed something to cut to. You know what I mean? Like, between scenes. Like, okay, what do we do after this? Oh, let's just go to the villain and see what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
What are those pesky villains up to?
Right, almost like Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Bullets.
I would agree. I really liked Dr. Poison. I thought she was delightfully diabolical. I kind of wanted to see more of her. I really like in that scene when we kind of first meet her, and Danny Houston's talking to her about about the poison and her perfecting it, and she's like, oh hey, I made this for you. She just like cracks it up and right in his face, like that little poison she made to make him stronger or whatever. Like, I thought that was a great moment. You know what I mean? Like, she's just this brilliant lady. You know what I mean? This brilliant but diabolical lady. You know what I mean? I thought that was cool.
No, yeah, I wanted more. I wanted more of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I wanted, personally, I wanted her to see more Wonder Woman being badass, kicking ass, and I didn't get that.
I wanted her invisible airplane.
I wonder how they would do. I mean,
I wanted that
obviously,
to show up,
right?
Isn't that a joke that's always been made? Like she doesn't really, she's always flying, but just pretending she's sitting down flying.
Yeah.
So, can she fly?
Yes.
Because she could
Yeah.
in the movie though. Because she jumped really high though, but I don't think she ever
No,
flew.
she can float on air currents. If there's a breeze, she
It's
can.
really?
Yes.
That's specific, huh?
Yeah.
She can
So
float on air currents.
Yeah, she
She's like,
can't,
no, yeah,
she can't fly like Superman, but if
Right.
there's like a breeze, she can like drift
So,
around.
so like Storm kind of like she if there's a, she can't
Yeah,
control it, but
she
if she can find
yeah,
it, okay,
exactly.
got it.
Interesting.
But she has her plane in case there's no wind.
I want to see that in the next movie.
You gotta write Wonder Woman too.
Oh my goodness, no.
No, this is, we're I don't know a thought now. Where were we? DJ, where were we?
Wait, I have something I'd like to bring up.
Yes, please.
All right. And I want to bring it up because this is something that, and I was talking to you about this, Renee, earlier, but this is something that's actually rarely in superhero movies.
Oh yes.
It's rarely in superhero movies, and for a good reason, because superhero movies are usually marketed to children. But one thing that I actually liked about this movie, Wonder Woman gets some. Wonder Woman straight up gets some in this movie, right?
It is heavily implied that she got some.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of
She really
superhero
likes
movies
Steve's
out there.
watch.
You just like assume like Spider-Man bangs Mary Jane, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, but like she straight up did Steve Trevor, you know? Like in this movie, and I have to give her props. You know what I mean? Like I don't give Steve Trevor props, right? Because she had like the mind of a child. You know, she was naive and he was a spy, so you know he could talk his way in anybody. But no, she who grew up on the island of Amazons, who were meant to hate men and like do all this stuff, and she just straight up decided, no, I'm gonna do this. Like, I want this dude, and we're gonna do this right now. You know what I mean? Like, props, Wonder Woman, high five.
What do you guys ladies think about that? I want to hear the ladies comment on this because I agree with you, like everything you said.
I'm turning red. I feel like I'm turning red.
Oh my goodness, me? I don't know where it comes from in the comics where she finds her romance, but I kind of like that he was like her romantic sidekick. Because in the male superhero movies, they always have that one girl that they're like, oh yeah, that's my lady, and then the next movie she's not in it, so he's not going to be in the next movie. So she had her moment where it was like equality, that she had the guy that she loved, and then
the guy that introduced her to man's world.
Yeah,
you know.
So what did you think, Renee, about it?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to say cool. I don't want to say not cool. Are you okay?
I'm
Will
okay.
you live?
I'll live, I think. Go ahead.
Medic? No. Let's see. I really don't have much of an opinion on that either, because to me sure, she got some. Cool, awesome, good for her.
Something I want to see in the new one, bringing this up, and I kind of in the second one for her love interest, because she grew up in Themyscira, and she said it too explicitly. Men are needed for procreation, but not for pleasure.
That was funny.
And Faith was like so, and so she fell in love with Steve Trevor's character, but I want her to, in the next sequel, for her to have a romantic one, to have her be a woman, to show that she is from that. I don't know if that can make sense, but to show that side of Amazon, show more of her Amazonian side. I don't know. What do you guys think? TJ, what do you think?
You're saying that you want her to have a romantic relationship with a woman in Wonder Woman 2?
Yes.
I mean, I don't see a problem with that. I thought that was something that was curiously left out.
Yes.
Of the Themysciran part of the movie. This idea of, are there romantic relationships in Themyscira? There's an island full of women. They shun themselves from the rest of the world. They preach against man's world. But does that mean that they have shunned romantic relationships? or because that's part of man's world, or do they have them within
Right.
the mascara? That is something that I was very curious about, actually. And I think it's worth exploring, I guess.
I think they would have lost audience, though. Honestly,
Right.
Yeah.
Like even like the implication that there was homosexual love in Beauty and the Beast, and people are like, I'm not taking my kids to
and
that.
like with the Power Rangers too.
Right.
It's like they wanted to avoid that trend of, oh yeah, there's gay characters in this movie too, by the way.
Yeah, but
For the headlines.
my reasoning though too is that it's a woman full of women and nothing else.
Yeah.
Like something that wasn't brought in. But I'm getting the wrap up. Go ahead, TJ.
Well, I mean, that touches on the whole. I mean, how do they procreate too? You know what
They're
I mean?
made
How
from
do them as
clay.
parents procreate?
Something we'll have to discuss in the next episode because we're getting the wrap up signal. So I want to say thank you to Sarah for coming. Hopefully you'll come back. Did you have fun?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, this was really fun.
So next one's probably be Spider-Man. You guys want to come back down for that one?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Spider-Man. TJ? Spider-Man?
Well, you know I love Spider-Man.
That's true. That's true. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the crew for taking the free time. See you next time. And in honor of Wonder Woman, dun 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 dun. That's all I know from Wonder Woman. I didn't put Kevin on it. Sorry.